Witness recounts traumatic moments after officer-involved shooting in downtown Denver. Multiple people injured, armed person shot by Denver police during downtown disturbance. This title is misleading, and I wonder why they would write it this way. I don't know the political leanings of this journalistic source, but what the title should say is that the police shot 5 people when they were trying to stop a guy with a gun. Now, I covered earlier today the story of the Greenwood Mall shooting where a good guy with a gun stopped a bad guy with a gun, right? As we're going to read this story, you'll see that that idea or that policy of good guys with guns stopping bad guys with guns can have negative consequences, because the good guys with guns here, the police, supposedly, tried to stop the bad guy with guns and ended up shooting many innocent people who were just going about their day. I'm not saying this video to villainize police or to demonize police, because the police are working class people. I don't care if leftists hate me for saying this, because it's actually true. Leftists, if you actually read Marx or actually understand, you'll know that the police work for the systems of power, and they are just tools, cogs in the machine. I will always defend all people, all Americans, regardless of their occupation or what they do. And I will say that nobody should be hurt while doing the job. I don't villainize police. I villainize the society that says guns are God and that allow Americans to hurt each other. But let's read this story. This is from Kristian Lopez, originally published on July 17, 2022. We're in Denver, Colorado. An eyewitness is recounting the terrifying moments he experienced when shots broke out early Sunday morning on 20th and Larimer Streets in downtown Denver. The Denver Police Department has been tight-lipped on the details, but said officers were downtown near 20th and Larimer Street due to a large number of people leaving the bars in LoDo, according to Denver Police Department Division Chief Ron Thomas. They noticed there was a person armed with a weapon who was creating a disturbance. As officers approached the armed person, identified as 21-year-old Jordan Waddy, they determined the person posed a significant threat, and multiple officers fired at Waddy after he pointed a handgun at officers, Denver police said in a news release. Police then noticed there were multiple people in the crowd who had been injured as a result of this incident. So, the point I make all the time about the Second Amendment is that it does more harm than good. In this case, because this guy, Jordan Waddy, decided to be an idiot, he probably drunk at the bar waving his gun around, police encountered him, whatever happened, and shots were fired, and now innocent people have to suffer the consequences of this. How do Americans not understand that this stupid idea that the Second Amendment gives us rights and freedoms and makes us more free only hurts more and more people? How the fuck is this not so simple to see? This doesn't happen anywhere else. I am in Marmaris, Turkey, a resort town in the south of Turkey, recording this video right now. I party all the fucking time, go out all the time, never have to worry about this sort of shit happening. Never. I only saw one fight here in Marmaris, a fight, physical fight, and them boys were going at it with their fists. In America, that's unheard of. It always has to end with bullets. And stupid Americans would jump in the comments of this video and say, the gun is worth it. It's absolutely worth it. And yeah, bad things happen, but this isn't common. This is super common. This Sunday alone, I'm recording like a madman because there have been like 7 mass shootings on this Sunday, July 17th. This is insane. This is insane. And if you want to sit here and philosophize about all these different reasons why the Second Amendment is good, I'll just continue to read the names of the people who have died just this year alone from senseless gun violence. And we'll be here all day. Let's see who will have a longer speech. Because while you can sit here and philosophize about why, the Second Amendment makes us safe, it makes us free, written by a bunch of slave owners, who were speaking about a militia, not about your right to carry a .38. All this other bullshit. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not villainizing police. I'm villainizing stupid Americans. Americans are the stupidest people on the fucking planet. Police later said 5 people in the crowd, 3 women and 2 men, suffered non-life-threatening injuries from a direct or indirect result of the officer-involved shooting. There's no such thing as non-life-changing injuries. Every time someone is shot, their life has been changed forever. And we don't know if these people survive after these shootings or if these people are permanently injured. They're paralyzed. They lose a limb. They need an amputation. They need psychological therapy for the rest of their lives. We never know. And that's the sad thing. Because when we report these stories, when people are shot but nobody's killed, it's like, oh, well, hey, it's okay, right? No, the cost of the Second Amendment, the cost of our freedom is not worth all these Americans being hurt and injured every year. 411 mass shootings where 4 or more people were shot happened in 2022 alone. That's at least 2 per day as of July 18th when I'm recording this video. If you think that's worth it, fuck you. You're not an American because you don't care about other Americans. You worship the gun. The gun is your God. Your God is a gun. The witness, who did not want to be identified, shared what he saw in a video with Denver 7 that he took of the scene moments after it all happened. He says police showed up after a group of people were arguing in the street, and then he heard gunshots. He claims he saw police appear to randomly shoot into a crowd of people. It was definitely a little traumatic to see that go down, said the man. I heard maybe 6 or 7 shots. I looked to my left and I saw a girl who was hit on the thigh and it hit an artery and she was gushing out blood. That's traumatic. That's horrible. Officials say they were confronting an armed person who was posing a significant threat. Officers discharged their weapons and that party went down. Officers began to render aid and then became aware of other individuals within the crowd injured as a result, said Thomas. But the witness says he only saw Denver officers firing shots. I can attest that there was no one else who shot a gun but Denver police. I saw them draw their guns. They didn't assess the situation, said the witness. Now, once again, I started this video by saying I don't villainize police. I don't. You know, like I said, police are cogs in the machine. They're just doing their jobs, right? I would argue the majority of police shootings, like this one, is a prime example of why the Second Amendment does more harm for not only the police, but also citizens, because the police are on edge. They're shooting people. Police in America shoot a lot of people, actually. Go watch the video I did about that. They shoot people because they think citizens have guns. And citizens sometimes shoot the police because they feel like they're unfairly targeting them for whatever reason. Both of these situations, both of these perspectives can be rectified if we have sensible gun control. If citizens had less access to guns, if no guns at all, police would have no excuse for any of these shootings, period. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, these cops are just trigger happy, bloodthirsty pigs. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the police are victims of circumstance, just like all the other Americans that I read about in my articles on mass shootings, of people who are getting killed and people who do kill other people for stupid and dumb reasons. These people are just victims as well, right? They see a guy with a gun. They're scared for their lives because they've heard about all the stories of all the other police officers who've been killed just doing their job. So they're ready to lay it down at any moment, right? That doesn't have to be the case. If you're watching this far, bro, find any other country in the world where mass shootings happen as regularly as America, where the police kill as many other people as America, and don't list some third world country. If you list, I don't know, El Salvador, Brazil, I don't know, some other country with a high level of violence to America that's not a developed, Western country, what does that say about America? We're a failed third world nation. We're Libya. We're Yemen. We're Afghanistan. I'm sure this level of violence doesn't even happen in Afghanistan. Anyway, I'll continue reading. Another man who was in shock from being hit and ran into the beer hall parking lot and was sitting in between 2 cars. I saw the initial suspect. He got hit a couple of times as well. They flipped him over and cuffed him, he added. Police have not confirmed how many people were injured or if anyone other than the suspect was struck by gunfire. Several ambulances rushed the victims to the hospital. The suspect is in critical condition and the rest are in serious condition, according to police. Denver 7's Blake Raznowski contributed to this report. So once again, this is an example of the good guys with guns not being able to stop the bad guys with guns, and even when they do, more people get hurt. Abolish the Second Amendment. It makes no sense. America, stop being stupid. Wake up. Don't be beholden to the gun manufacturers and gun lobbyists and the NRA's propaganda. Free your mind from mental slavery. Help save American lives. Sell your weapons. Get rid of the guns. Make America safe. My name is Simon Hill. Thank you for watching.